If you look through my channel, you will see that I have done a lot of farms. So anyways, in this video I will be going over the top 5 must-have starter farms that you should build in your world, and all the tutorials for these farms will be linked down below. Number 1. Fish farm. A fish farm is an essential starter farm to Minecraft due to its multiple benefits, and the first one of those benefits is that fishing is simply a reliable food source, and fish farms will also often give you many other valuable items such as enchanting book and also name tags. Now by getting books from such a simple farm, you will be able to get better tools and better armor before even getting yourself an enchanting table. And as you see, this fish farm is very simple to build, so all you really need to do is just throw out the fishing rod. As you see, wait for whatever you get to hit fishing rod, and then you will simply get it into your inventory automatically. As you see, this is a very easy farm, and if we head into here, you can see that whatever fish we get or whatever books we get will be sent into this chest. So this is a very easy farm to build, and I would recommend that you build this as early as you can because you will get a bunch of food and a bunch of good books. So yeah. Number 2, food farm. So I will be showing you 2 different kinds of food farm. One will be a cow farm and one will be a chicken farm. Now although I mentioned getting food in a fish farm, having a fully automatic food farm can always be great. In addition to the cow farm, for example, cows provide beef and leather can be used for many things such as crafting armor, books and other things like that. And as you see, this cow farm is very simple to build, very easy. To use it, you will simply go up here, start breeding in the cows, and then whenever cows have a baby, the baby will fall into here, and then whenever a baby grows up, we simply press this button, a lava will be disposed, which will then kill and cook the cows, and then the items will fall into here. And it's honestly a great farm you should have early in your world. Now to jump over to a chicken farm. Like I mentioned, a couple of the benefits with a cow farm. When it comes to a chicken farm, chickens produce cooked chicken, feathers, and of course eggs. Now these items can be used to craft different items such as feather for arrows, eggs for cake, and simply the cooked chicken for food. Now with this chicken farm, for example, you will not need to do anything. You will not need to breed up the chickens because the chickens that are inside this little room will lay eggs that will be picked up by its hopper, which will then be sent into the dispenser, which will then be pushed out. And as you see, whenever the chicken grows up, they will die because the lava and the items will go into here, and you don't even need to cook up the chicken because it will be automatically cooked. Number 3, iron farm. I will be showing you 2 different kinds of iron farm. One which is a very basic iron farm as you see right here, and one that's a bit more advanced. Now iron is an essential resource for Minecraft because you can use it for so many things like crafting tools, armor and different materials. Now having an iron farm, whether it's a simple one or a bit more advanced, guarantees a steady supply of iron. Now with the basic iron farm you see right here, iron golems will spawn inside this little room, and then if you head down here you will see that the iron will simply get into this chest. It's a very simple design, a very small one, and it can fit pretty much in any location. And then to jump over to the bit more advanced iron farm, as you see, this one is still very simple, very easy. It doesn't really require many resources, and you use the same amount of beds and villagers which are put in this little box on top of here. Now as you see, iron golems are spawning and they get pushed down to here, which basically means you're killed by the lava, and then of course all the iron you will get appears in this chest. Now this iron farm is a bit better than the last one simply because it has more space for iron golems to spawn in, which will allow you to get more iron. Now even though this one is a bit bigger and of course require more resources such as building blocks, leaves and stuff like that, it's still very easily to build and it doesn't really take that long. Number 4, super smelter. Efficiency in Minecraft is key, and a super smelter is amazing and fast when it comes to smelting ores, cooking food or smelting other materials. And a super smelter like this one is pretty easy to build. It doesn't really require that many resources and it's very useful. Now to show you how this works, in this chest you will put the items that you want to have smelted, and on top of here you will put a coal or any type of smelting block. You flick on this lever and then these minecarts will start going back and forth, and the items will be dispensed into the furnaces, and whenever they're done smelting, the items will go into this chest. It's very simple, very cheap, and honestly it's a really great thing to have early stages, because if you want to smelt something, it's so much easier to build something like this instead of setting up 10 furnaces and individually putting all the items into each of them, or even just having one furnace. Because by doing it this way, instead of filling up for example 8 furnaces individually, we'll have to fill up 2 chests, and then they go back and forth and equally spread all of these out. So what this pretty much means that is by the time you have smelted 1 item, you will have smelted 8 instead, which simply just shows how good this is. And as you see, it's very cheap and it doesn't really require much but beside a few hoppers. Now having something like this in the early stages of your world and even in the later game is very important, and I would definitely recommend that you build one of these. Number 5, Mobspawner XP Farm. Now XP is very important in Minecraft for stuff like enchanting gear and tools, and simply to make the game easier. And as you can see right here, building a Mobspawner XP farm is very easy. It doesn't require a lot of resources and it's simply very useful. Now by building something like this, you will simply stand right here and just start killing the mobs as they fall down, and you can use this for simply skeleton spawner or a zombie spawner. It's very easy to build, very simple like Ash just showed you. It really doesn't require any resources beside a couple of torches, a chest, a hopper and of course some slabs. Now the good thing about this one is that if you use a zombie spawner you will get rotten flesh, which you can then in the future trade for emeralds by using villagers, or if you decide to use a skeleton one, you will have a chance of getting some decent bows you can get put together, along with some arrows to use for the bows, and of course some beautiful bones, which can be very useful for many types of farms, or simply just to bone meal the ground. And yeah, as you see, it's very fast, and getting to level 30 in this one so you can enchant your first pickaxe is honestly very easy. So to say a quick little outro, by building these starter farms in your Minecraft world, you will pretty much make resource gathering and your overall gameplay experience so much easier and better. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this one. I quickly want to say that all the tutorials that I've done for these farms will be linked down below. Now some of them are a bit older, like for example the food farms, like for example the chicken and cow farm and super smelter, so the audio might be a bit bad, but it's definitely watchable. So anyways, all those will be linked down below, as in the description and also in the comments. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.